I applied a force on it. It returned applied force on me. And Newton's third law says the two forces must be equal and opposite. So A is equal to R in magnitude, but direction is opposite. Vishishta, clear it, huh? See, there's a heavy table. There's a heavy table. If you exert a force of 100 Newton on it, and there is a mass, light mass, maybe of 100 grams, suppose 100. Now here you apply a force of 100 Newton. Which of the two objects will exert more force in return? The heavy table will exert more force in return, or the small object, light object?
The heavy table.
Agreed? Anyone else?
Yes.
So this one will exert more force in return?
Heavy table.
Yes,
This
sir.
is what you have to clear. This will exert a force of 100 Newton in return. Even this will exert a force of 100 Newton in return. Heavy mass, see, heavy object पे मैं 100 लगाऊंगा, वो मेरे पे return 200 थोड़ी ना लगाएगा. मैं 100 लगा रहा हूँ, it will also exert 100 on me. Light object है, मैं उसमें 100 लगाऊंगा, तो वो भी return में. अभी I have given you an example of earth and an apple. कहाँ apple, कहाँ earth? So apple पे whatever force, earth applied 1 Newton on apple, apple applies exactly 1 Newton on earth. Both of them exert same force on each other. Both of them exert same force on each other. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's go back to original question. This is a common trick question. I have seen many teachers asking. Not a very difficult question. You will be able to answer. But let me increase the confusion. So what I said, there is an object. I have applied a force on it, and in return it applies a force on me. So A and R, action and reaction. So Newton's third law says action and reaction are equal and opposite. So what is the net force acting on the object? Now say. Will it be 0?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you say net force acting on it is 0. So as per Newton's law of motion, this should never move. This should never move. It should always remain at rest. भाई मैं अगर इसका मैं अपना फोर्स बढ़ाऊंगा तो वो भी रिटर्न फोर्स बढ़ाएगा ना. If I apply a force of 10 Newton, it applies a force of 10. If I apply 100, then it will also apply 100. If I apply 2000, it will also apply 2000. तो ऐसे तो net force हमेशा ही 0 रहेगा. तो as per Newton's laws of motion, first law, it should not move at all. तो नहीं लगता आपको कुछ गड़बड़ है? Something is missing.
Yes, sir.
So net force is to not necessarily 0. In fact, it is not 0. What is net force acting on this object? So this must be wrong. This is true. Action is equal to reaction. But this is false. Net force is not 0. Right? So question is, what is net force acting on the object? Acting on this object. Huh? It is equal to A, it is equal to R, it is equal to A plus R, A minus R, A by R, A into R, what it is. Think. Lux, कितना फोर्स लग रहा है A पे, ऑब्जेक्ट पे? अच्छा, Lux is not there. Trisha?
I don't know, sir. Sir, the mass should be given, right?
See, I am applying a force equal to A. I can apply force of A on any object. No? I can apply force of A on this table, this board. I can apply on this cupboard which is kept here. I can apply force of A anywhere. No? Why do I have to apply more force on heavy mass and less force on lesser mass? I can apply, it's up to me. Answer is A. ये बहुत ट्रिकी, मतलब मैंने देखा many teachers asking this question. Not very difficult. At least some of you should have answered this. See, I started with a statement. I am applying a force A on this object, and this object applies a force R on me. रिएक्शन इस पे नहीं हो लग रहा है, रिएक्शन तो इसने दूसरे ऑब्जेक्ट पे लगाया है. See, right? Somebody applied a force on it, A. Somebody applied a force on it.
Yes, sir.
As a result, this will provide reaction force. So that force will act on what? Reaction force does not act on this. Reaction force, तो अगर आप force लगा रहे हो तो reaction force तो आप पे लगेगा ना. So action and reaction acts on different bodies. If action is acting on body P, then reaction is acting on the other body, let us say Q. नहीं सर. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, समझा.
So action and reaction are not acting on the same object. They are acting on different objects. इस पे तो सिर्फ A लग रहा है. हाँ, अगर फिर जमीन पे रखा होगा तो फिर फ्रिक्शन होगा, वो सारी चीजें वो बात की बात. Maybe this was in space. तो स्पेस में और कोई कनेक्शन नहीं था, तो I applied a force of A on it. So the only force acting on this object is A. Hence, net force acting on it is A. R is reaction, must be acting on the other body, जो इस पे force लगा रहा होगा. See ना? I said, Earth exerts force of 1 Newton on the apple, and apple exerts force on 1 Newton on Earth. These two, this is action, so this is reaction. So action and reaction are acting on opposite objects. Many students mix up the concept. They apply action as well as reaction on same object. Action and reaction are acting on different objects. If A and B are two interacting bodies, if force applied by A on B is considered as action, then force applied by B on A is read as reaction. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, that's all in rocket. Newton's third law of motion, right? Now, one very important law of conservation of momentum. It's very important law of conservation of momentum. You don't have much application in 9th standard, but in 11th standard you have many applications on this. The law of conservation of momentum. Law of conservation of momentum. What this law says, if two objects exert force on each other, they undergo collision, right? So they exert force on each other, but there is no force acting from outside. We call it system. Suppose there are a system of 2 objects or 3 objects or 100 objects. If they exert force on each other, but no force acts from outside. No force acts from outside. बाहर से कोई force नहीं लगा. ये इस पे लगा रहा है, ये इस पे लगा रहा है. So these two objects are interacting. Right? Only these two objects are interacting. So in this case, the force, external force is 0. External force is 0. No force acts from outside. बाहर से कोई force नहीं लगा. So momentum of the system remains conserved. Momentum of the system remains conserved. इसका momentum change नहीं होगा. मतलब क्या? Suppose there's an object. There are 2 billiard balls. There are 2 billiard balls. One was moving in this direction, mass m1 with speed u1. Other mass m2 was moving in this direction with speed u2. with U1 being greater than U2. Definitely they will collide at some point, right? And after collision, M1 moves with mass V1 and M2 moves with mass, sorry, velocity V2. So what is momentum before collision? What is momentum before collision? Hello?
सर नहीं समझा.
सी दो बिलियर्ड बॉल्स हैं तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ये आईजी में तो पिछले 2 साल 3 साल से आ ही रहा है हर बार ये दो बॉल्स हैं दिस इज वन बॉल दिस इज अनदर बॉल दोनों ऐसे जा रहे थे ये स्पीड से आ रहा था कोलाइड विद दिस वन राइट आफ्टर कोलिजन व्हाट विल हैपन स्पीड विल चेंज तो इसका स्पीड v1 हो गया इसका स्पीड v2 हो गया डायरेक्शन रिमेन्स सेम सपोज तो क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट इज मोमेंटम बिफोर कोलिजन इसका मोमेंटम कोलिजन के पहले कितना है No, this is not fair. Momentum नहीं बता पा रहे आप. What does mass? What does?
M1 U1.
हाँ, तो momentum before collision. Collision के पहले. Before collision is M1 U1. And what about this one?
Sir, M2 U2.
The total is M1 U1 plus M2 U2. What is momentum after collision?
M1 V1.
M1 V1 plus M2 V2. Since no external force acts, M1 U1 plus M2 U2 is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2. Yeah. Sum of the total momentum before collision is same as total momentum after collision, provided no external force acts on the object. बाहर से कोई force नहीं आना चाहिए. अगर simultaneously you took a stick and hit mass M1 with a stick, then this will not be true. तब ये true नहीं होगा. बाहर से कोई force नहीं आना चाहिए. आ रहा है समझ में?
Yes, sir.
इसके ऊपर बहुत न्यूमेरिकल्स होते हैं. There are a lot of questions based on this, right? And this is considered as important topic, right? School exams में teachers के favorite questions में आता है. So first question which they ask is proof of it.
So
Proof
they are equal, right?
Sorry, which force?
They are equal, right? M1 U1 plus M2
हाँ. Total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision, provided no external force acts on the system. This is system of, see, this is a separate ball, but this is called a system of two balls, right? So this forms a system of two spherical objects or two balls. If no external force acts, only these two are applying force on each other. So if no external force acts on this system, then momentum before collision should be same as momentum after collision. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now proof of law of conservation of momentum from Newton's third law. Actually, this is sometimes known as restatement of Newton's third law. कई लोग इसको restatement of Newton's third law बोलते हैं या deduction of Newton's third law. कैसे? Newton said force acting on, see, यही examples में proceed करता हूँ. Here M1 and M2 collide with each other. When they undergo collision, they must be exerting force on each other.
Yes, sir.
So they must be applying force on each other. So M1 exerts force on M2. जब ये टकराएंगे, collision होगा, तो M1 exerts a force on M2, right? Let's name it as F21. Force acting on 2 due to 1. ठीक है?
Okay.
Okay. Now, how do we measure force? Suppose I want to measure what force M1 had applied on M2. How will you measure that force? Newton's second law allows us to measure the force. What was the formula? What was deduction of Newton's second law? नहीं बताओगे तो मजा नहीं आएगा. न्यूटन सेकेंड लॉ अभी तो पढ़ा हम लोगों ने. सचेत, Sachit, you are listening, na?
So force equals to mass into acceleration.
Force is mass into acceleration. Now this force is acting on which object? ये force किस पे लग रहा है? M1 पे लग रहा है, M2 पे लग रहा है. किस पे लग रहा है? आर्यन. आर्यन सुन रहा है?
पे लग रहा है.
M2 पे लग रहा है. तो force is mass into acceleration में mass M2 लेंगे. Acceleration किसका आएगा? Naturally second object का आएगा. Right? Suppose this force acts for t seconds. Let us assume ये दोनों कितनी देर के लिए कांटेक्ट में थे? बहुत थोड़ा टाइम, t seconds के लिए दोनों एक दूसरे के टच में है. Right? So can you measure the acceleration of second object? What is acceleration of second object? Acceleration याद है ना? Change in velocity per unit time.
So V2 minus U1 upon time.
U2. V2 minus U2 upon t. Final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. Clear है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Newton's third law के हिसाब से second object ने first पे force लगाया होगा, right? Let's name it as F12. Force acting on 1 due to 2. Force acting on 1 due to 2. तो इस पे जो फोर्स लगा है वो मेजर करके बताओ मुझे. कैसे मेजर करेंगे? अगेन विल अप्लाई न्यूटन्स लॉ, सेकंड लॉ. सो रीड द एक्सप्रेशन फॉर इट. से
The MA.
M किसका मास लूं? 1 का, 2 का?
The 2 का.
नहीं.
The
आप
1.
क्या हमारे कौन सा फोर्स मेजर? फोर्स एक्टिंग ऑन 1. जो 1 पे फोर्स लगेगा उससे 1 का एक्सेलरेशन होगा ना. सो M1 A1. अच्छा, रीड व्हाट इज A1.
So V1 minus U1 upon time.
V1 minus U1 upon t. So V1 minus U1 upon t. Now, as per Newton's third law, F21 is equal to F12 or something else. क्या था? F12 और F21 में क्या relation होगा? As per Newton's third law, F21 and F12 will be related by.
So every action has a reaction. That's why.
Action is equal and opposite.
Equal. हाँ. So they are equal forces or negative forces. F12 और F21 में क्या होगा relation?
So equal forces.
They are equal and opposite. So minus F12. F21 is equal to minus F12. ठीक है? Direction is opposite ना. So M2 V2 minus U2 upon T is equal to minus M1 V1 minus U1 upon T. Now T gets cancelled. Open the bracket. Now open the bracket. So M2 V2 minus M2 U2 minus M1 V1 plus M1 U1. Rearrange. Take U2 वाला टर्म अंदर से. M1 U1 पहले से वहां पे. इसको इधर ले जाओ तो प्लस m2u2 हो गया, इसके इधर ले क्या प्लस m1v1 प्लस m2v2. This is law of conservation of momentum. So law of conservation of momentum is no new thing. It is just a restatement of Newton's third law of motion. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shreyansh, you not said a single word today. Sachit, where is
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay. Okay. Sachit?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
So can you just explain the last one?
See, what we were supposed to prove is Newton's third law of motion के help से you have to prove law of conservation of momentum, right? So we have to start with Newton's third law. So what I observed, these two objects undergo collision. तो ये इस पे force लगाएगा, ये इस पे force लगाएगा, ठीक है. ये जो इस पे force लगाया उससे इसकी velocity change होगी, ये जिस पे force लगाया उससे इसकी velocity change होगी. Okay. Now let's measure the forces. F21. What do you mean by F21? F21 is mass of the second object into acceleration of the second object. So m2 into a2. So m2 हो गया. What is a2? Acceleration of the second object. So change in velocity. कहाँ से कहाँ? u2 से v2 हो गया. तो v2 minus u2 upon time. Time लग गया t. Let us assume. तो v2 minus u2 upon t हो गया. ठीक है. F12 is what? Force acting on the first object. जो इस पे force लगेगा उससे इसका acceleration आएगा. So m1 into इसका acceleration, and acceleration of this is v1 minus u1 upon t. Okay. Now Newton's third law says force acting on second due to first is equal and opposite, is negative of F12, right? So F21 is negative of F12. So F21 हो गया m2 into v2 minus u2 upon t minus m1 into v1 minus u1 upon t. Tt cut from both the sides, open the bracket, m2 v2 minus m2 u2 minus m1 v1 minus minus plus m1 u1. आ रहा है समझ में?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अब रीअरेंज करना है. m1 u1 ऑलरेडी ऑन दैट साइड, इसको उधर ले जाओ. माइनस m2 u2 ऑन दैट साइड प्लस m2 u2. m1 u1 प्लस m2 u2. टेक दिस ऑन दिस साइड, m प्लस m1 v1 प्लस m2 v2. तो ये आपका लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ लीनियर मोमेंटम. क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So this is very, very important. Now, so this proof is usually asked in school exams, right? But मेरा interest है numericals में, तो now I'll start numericals on this topic. Law of conservation of momentum. बहुत difficult तो नहीं है syllabus में, अपना easy questions ही हैं, but still let me give some questions. So let me start with some questions. Suppose there are two spherical objects, right? Two spherical objects. Let us say billiard balls are there, of same mass, m and m, right? This moves with velocity of 10 meter per second, and this remains at rest. This is at rest, right? Yes, this is also moving with some speed, 6 meter per second. This was moving with 6 meter per second in this direction, right? So they will definitely collide with each other. After collision, what is observed? That this object starts moving with 8 meter per second. What will happen to this? ये दो ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं सेम मास m and m. एक इधर जा रहा था 10 मीटर पर सेकंड से, एक इधर आ रहा था. They undergo a collision. After collision, it is found that this object moves with 8 meter per second towards right. What will happen to velocity of the second one?
So can I explain again?
the question is two objects of same mass m and m approach each other, right? ये 10 मीटर पर सेकंड से आ रहा था, 6 से कोलिजन हुआ, कोलिजन के बाद ये कंटिन्यू करता है 8 मीटर पर सेकंड इन द सेम डायरेक्शन. क्वेश्चन इज सेकंड वाला किधर जाएगा, कितना स्पीड से?
4 meter per second.
नो.
Sir, 8 meter per second.
4 seconds.
सब लोग गेस वर्क कर रहे हो क्या? नहीं ना. सी, मोमेंटम बिफोर कोलिजन, प्रिंसिपल क्या? लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम.
-4 meter per second.
माइनस, अच्छा शायद से सही बोला था नहीं, 4 is equal to 8 -4. So -4 is correct. Momentum before collision is equal to momentum after collision. Okay. Before collision, what is momentum of this one? Mass is given, velocity is given. So read the momentum. What will be value of momentum for this object? Momentum is mass into velocity. So how much it is?
10 m
10 m. Of this one?
plus 6 m.
Minus 6 m. Why? Direction is opposite. Momentum is a directed quantity. So direction you have to consider. Huh? So be careful. If it is moving to left, use minus 6 m. Okay. What is momentum after collision? इसका momentum कितना हो गया?
8 m.
8.
8 m. Velocity इसका पता नहीं. Let us see is x. So what is momentum of this? mx. m से throughout divide कर दो. 10 minus 6 is 4 is equal to 8 plus x. x is equal to -4 meters. Though this is illogical, ऐसा कभी होता ही नहीं है. Collision होगा, ये इधर जाता रहेगा, इसको तोड़ के उस साइड कैसे निकलेगा? तो -4 is not possible. ठीक है, मेरे से numbers देने में, values देने में गलती होगी, right? Let me give you another question. Another question. 10 kg sphere moving with 8 meter per second and collides with 4 kg moving with 4 meter per second to its left. Undergo collision. First object जो था वो 10 kg वाला, 10 kg object continues with इधर चला गया, समझो, लेट अस अज्यूम इधर चला गया, -2 meter per second. What will happen to this object? 10 kg of mass, 8 moving velocity 8 meter per second, 4 with 4. collision हुआ, collision के बाद ये इधर आ गया, नहीं, इसको बढ़ा देता हूँ मैं, 14 कर देता हूँ. 14 से इधर आ रहा था, collision के बाद क्या हुआ, ये इधर जा रहा है, तो अभी वो किधर जाएगा, कितना स्पीड से जाएगा, लेफ्ट राइट किधर जाएगा?
Twelve meter per second.
12 meter per second. To right, right side जाएगा?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other
No,
answer?
no, left side, left.
Left side. Okay. Let me see. 80 minus 56, that is 24. 24. नहीं, गलत है. 12 मीटर पर सेकेंड बहुत ज्यादा बता दिया. नहीं, डायरेक्शन आप ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हो. डायरेक्शन में कहीं गलती कर दी आपने. कोलिजन के बाद 10 kg ऑब्जेक्ट मूव्स विद 2 meter per second to left. Anyone?
So the object will come to rest.
No.
5 meter per second.
ओरली दिख रहा है मुझे 80 momentum before collision. What is momentum before collision of the first body? First sphere. What is momentum before collision?
80.
80 kg/meter. Momentum of second one?
56.
Minus
4
56 left.
4 meter per second.
फिर भी गलत. One है आंसर सी. इसका momentum after collision of the first body?
Minus 20.
Minus 20. Of this is not known, suppose x. So plus 4x. Sign अपने आप से. This is 24. अरे sorry.
But it's going in left direction, so it will be plus 20, right?
No. Left is negative. Right I'm taking positive. The left is negative. Sorry, my mistake. मैंने कुछ गलत देख लिया है. Sorry. प्रिशा ने क्या आंसर बोला था सबसे पहले? 11 बोला था क्या? अच्छा 12. चलो. तो गलत था. 11 meter per second to right. 12 कैसे निकाला था? 12 तो किसी भी कॉम्बिनेशन से नहीं आ रहा. 12 कैसे निकाला था?
पता नहीं.
Okay. So now see, if it's not clear, I'll explain again.
Now it's clear.
No, sir, समझ में आ गया.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is again law of conservation of momentum. So law of conservation of momentum is important. School exams में teachers का favorite question रहता है, right? वो proof as well as these numericals. अभी numericals तो just start किए हैं. तो chapter is over, right? 2 lecture अभी हम सिर्फ numerical solve करेंगे, right? We'll practice numericals in next 2 classes. Then I'll start a chapter from chemistry. Okay? Chalo, I'll stop here. But please revise. हाँ, okay, sir. Please revise. Next class में सबके मुँह से आवाज आनी चाहिए.